Be me, Adam, 29. Work in commercial HVAC project coordination. Basically, I herd cats, but the cats are union pipe fitters and the yarn is copper tubing. GF is Lindsay, 28. Paralegal for a firm that handles estate planning. She is the most organized human being I have ever met. Not in a robot way. In a I don't want to be surprised by life ever way. She has a physical planner. She uses highlighters. She color codes our shared Google Calendar. Blue is me. Pink is her. Green is us. Yellow is mandatory family obligations. She folds her socks. She knows exactly how much toilet paper is left in the cabinet without looking. We've been together 3 years. Lease is up in 4 months. We are in that comfortable zone where we don't close the door to pee, but we still pretend we don't fart. It's nice. It's safe. Enter Brooke, Lindsay's best friend since college. Brooke is a wellness consultant. I still don't know what she actually does for money. She has a strictly curated Instagram. She talks exclusively in therapy speak, but uses it as a bludgeon. She comes over for wine on a Tuesday. I am in the kitchen trying to fix the ice maker on the fridge. It's making a grinding noise like a dying skate park. Brooke is on the couch with Lindsay. I can hear them through the pass-through window. Adam, can you keep it down? We're holding space right now, Brooke says. I stop hitting the ice maker. Sorry, I say. Brooke turns back to Lindsay. So there's this pop-up event downtown, she says. It's called Clarity. It's not a party. It's an experience. They bring in a forensic polygraph examiner. I look up. A lie detector? I ask. Brooke sighs. Adam, please don't be reductive. It's about radical transparency. Couples go. They get asked the hard questions. They get results. It's like a credit score for your relationship. Lindsay looks interested. I can see the gears turning. Lindsay loves a score. Lindsay loves a certificate of completion. Is it safe? Lindsay asks. It's medical grade, Brooke says. Connor and I went last week. We got a 99% alignment rating. It was so healing. Connor is Brooke's boyfriend who cheats on her every time he goes to a bachelor party. But I can't say that because I have no proof. Just vibes and a DM I saw over his shoulder once. Lindsay looks at me. We should go, she says. I laugh. Babe, come on. It's a carnival trick. It's pseudoscience. Brooke narrows her eyes. Are you resisting being known, Adam? Is there a barrier to intimacy you're trying to maintain? I hate this woman. No, I just don't want to pay money to have a stranger ask me if I think your sister is hot. Lindsay frowns. Do you think my sister is hot? No, I say. That was an example. Why was that your example? Brooke asks. See? This is why you need clarity. Lindsay pulls out her phone. She opens the calendar. Saturday at 2, she says. I'm booking it. It's $200. I'll pay, she says. Consider it an investment in our foundation. I go back to the ice maker. It dispenses one single, sad, half-melted cube. This is my life now. The week leading up to the test is weird. Lindsay is acting different. Usually, we watch TV and eat tacos. Now she's staring at me while I chew. Do you ever lie about liking my cooking? She asks. I stop chewing. What? No, you're a great cook. You paused, she says. I was swallowing a tortilla chip, Lindsay. Swallowing the truth, she whispers. She's joking. But she's also not joking. She starts leaving articles open on her laptop. Micro expressions and deceit. The physiology of betrayal. She's studying. She's preparing for this like it's the bar exam. I start getting nervous. I have nothing to hide. I really don't. I go to work. I sit in my cubicle. I stare at a spreadsheet of ductwork dimensions. I start Googling. How accurate are polygraphs? Polygraph false positives. How to stay calm during lie detector. Internet says it's all stress-based. If you're nervous, you fail. If you clench your butt, you fail. If your breathing changes, you fail. Great. I am naturally nervous. I have resting guilt face. If a cop walks by me, I assume I'm carrying a kilo of cocaine, even though I've never done drugs in my life. I read a Reddit thread about countermeasures. Controlled breathing is key. 4 seconds in, 4 seconds hold, 4 seconds out. Visualize a calm lake. Don't let them rattle you. Friday night. Lindsay is pacing the living room. She's wearing her serious glasses. I made a list of potential topics, she says. Finances, past partners, future goals, hygiene habits. Hygiene habits? I ask. Sometimes you say you floss and I don't hear the floss snap, she says. I have quiet floss, I say. We'll see, she says. She looks terrified. She grabs my hand. Adam, I just want us to get a good score. Brooke put her results on her story. Everyone is talking about it. If we get a bad score, it'll look like we're messy. We're not messy, I say. We're the least messy people I know. Then we have to prove it, she says. She squeezes my hand so hard my knuckles crack. Just be consistent, she says. And maybe practice breathing. I nod. I'm on it, I say. I've been reading up. I have a technique. Saturday morning. We drive to the venue. It's in a refurbished warehouse in the Arts District. Exposed brick. Succulents everywhere. Neon sign on the wall says, "Truth is luxury." There's a juice bar in the lobby. Brooke is there. Of course she is. She's holding a clipboard even though she doesn't work there. "Guys, you made it," she says. She hugs Lindsay. She gives me a nod that says I'm watching you. "The examiner is incredible," she says. "His name is Zachary. He used to work for the agency." "Which agency?" I ask. "The agency," she says. "Don't ask questions you don't want answers to." We sit in the waiting area. The chairs are those mid-century modern ones that look cool but hurt your spine. There's another couple across from us. They look wrecked. The girl is crying silently into a tissue. The guy is staring at the ceiling with a 1,000-yard stare. "Looks like they didn't have alignment," I whisper to Lindsay. Lindsay kicks my shin. "Stop it," she hisses. "Focus." She checks her watch. "Remember the plan. Honesty, clarity, calm." A door opens. Zachary comes out. He looks like a thumb that goes to the gym. Bald. Polo shirt tucked into khakis. Veins popping out of his forearms. "Adam? Lindsay?" He has a voice like gravel in a blender. "Let's do this." We go into separate rooms. Lindsay goes first. I sit in the hallway. I can hear the hum of the air conditioning. I start doing my breathing exercises. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. I feel lightheaded. Am I doing it wrong? Maybe it's 5 seconds? I check my pulse on my neck. It's racing. I need to calm down. If I fail this, Lindsay will never let it go. She'll make a spreadsheet about my deception. She'll color code my lies. Red for big lies. Orange for omissions. I can't live in a red world. Lindsay comes out 20 minutes later. She looks glowing, beatific, like she just got baptized. "It was intense," she whispers, "but I felt so clear." She touches my arm. "You got this, babe. Just tell the truth." My turn. I walk into the room. It smells like rubbing alcohol and old coffee. There's a laptop on a desk, a bunch of wires, a leather chair. Zachary points to the chair. "Have a seat, Chief." He starts hooking me up. Pneumograph tubes across my chest, cuff on my arm, galvanometers on my fingers. I feel like a prisoner in a sci-fi movie. "Okay, boss," Zachary says. "Here's how it works. I ask questions. You answer yes or no. Your body tells me the rest. Don't try to outsmart the machine. The machine knows." He stares at me. "You nervous?" "A little," I say. "Good," he says. "Nerves keep you honest." He starts with control questions. "Is your name Adam?" "Yes." "Are we in a room?" "Yes." "Is the sky green?" "No." I'm focusing on my breathing. Inhale, hold, exhale. I'm visualizing a calm lake. A duck is floating on the lake. The duck is chill. I am the duck. Zachary pauses. "Are you manipulating your breathing, son?" "No," I say. My voice cracks. "Lie." "Technically a lie. I am manipulating it. But I'm doing it to stay calm." "Is that a lie?" Spiraling. "Relax," Zachary says. "Just breathe normal." I don't know what normal breathing is anymore. Am I breathing too fast? Too slow? I try to breathe manually. It feels like I'm driving a stick shift for the first time. The real questions start. "Do you love Lindsay?" "Yes." Inhale, hold, exhale. "Have you ever cheated on Lindsay?" "No." Inhale, hold, exhale. "Do you secretly dislike any of her friends?" I think of Brooke. I think of her holding space. I think of her stupid clipboard. "No," I say. "Needle scratches on the paper, or the laptop screen flickers." "Whatever." Zachary frowns. "You sure about that one, Chief?" "Yes," I say. Sweat is dripping down my back. "Do you think Lindsay is controlling?" "Oh God, this is a trap. If I say yes, I'm dead. If I say no and the machine says I'm lying, I'm dead." "No," I say. I clench my toes. I unclench them. I try to think of the duck. The duck is drowning. The duck is screaming. "Okay," Zachary says. "Interesting." He types something. "Few more. Have you ever kept a major secret from Lindsay?" I think about the time I scratched her car bumper and buffed it out before she saw. "Is that major?" "It was expensive buffing compound." "No," I say. Heart rate spikes. I can feel it in my ears. Thump, thump, thump. Zachary looks at me. He looks at the screen. He looks at me again. All right, we're done. He unhooks me. He doesn't say, good job. He doesn't say champ. He just says, wait in the lobby. I walk out. My shirt is stuck to my back. Lindsay is waiting. She's holding Brooke's hand. They look like a prayer circle. How was it? Lindsay asks. Fine, I say. Weird. Did you do the breathing? I tried, I say. I think I overthought it. Zachary comes out 5 minutes later. He's holding 2 heavy cardstock envelopes, wax sealed, very dramatic. He hands one to Lindsay, one to me. Open them together, he says. Share the journey. People in the lobby are watching. Phones are out. This is content. We break the seals. Lindsay pulls out a certificate, gold border. No deception indicated. She beams. She literally glows. She holds it up for Brooke to take a photo. So proud of us, she says. Then she looks at me. Let's see yours. I pull out my paper. It's not a certificate. It's just a letterhead. Courier new font. Result, inconclusive. Underneath that, anomalies detected. Signs of countermeasure attempts. Lindsay freezes. Brooke leans in. Oh wow, Brooke says. Inconclusive? That's rare. Usually that means someone is fighting the process. Lindsay looks at me. Her eyes are wide. Adam? What does countermeasure attempts mean? I laugh nervously. It's the breathing thing, I say. I told you I was reading about the breathing. I was just trying to stay calm. Zachary steps in. Usually, he says, voice projecting to the back of the room, countermeasures are used when a subject is trying to beat the test, to hide a specific truth, or mask a physiological response to guilt. The room goes quiet. The crying couple stops crying to look at us. I feel the blood drain from my face. I wasn't hiding anything, I say. I was just nervous. I have anxiety, Zachary. Zachary shrugs. Machines don't measure anxiety, son. They measure deviation. You deviated a lot. Lindsay slowly puts her certificate back in the envelope. She folds her hands. She goes into court mode. We should go, she says. Her voice is flat, level, terrifying. Lindsay, wait, Brooke says. Do you want me to drive? Adam seems dysregulated. No, Lindsay says. Adam can drive. We have things to discuss. The walk to the car is silent. The parking lot is hot. Heat waves coming off the asphalt. I unlock the doors. We get in. I start the engine. The radio comes on. It's Who Let the Dogs Out? Some throwback weekend block. I panic and turn it off. Silence is worse. Lindsay is looking out the window. She's picking at her cuticle. She only does that when she's suppressing rage. So, she says, countermeasures. It was the breathing, I say again. I swear. I read that thing on Reddit, and I got in my head. Why did you feel the need to prepare for a truth test, Adam? If you're telling the truth, you don't need a strategy. I just wanted to do good, I say. I wanted to get the certificate like you. I wanted us to be the gold star couple. She turns to me. Well, now we're the inconclusive couple. Do you know what Brooke is going to say? She's going to say you're emotionally unavailable. She's going to say you're hiding a dark side. I don't have a dark side, I yell. I organize HVAC installs. My biggest secret is that I sometimes use the guest towel to wipe up coffee spills. Lindsay gasps. You use the guest towel? The monogrammed ones. See, she says. Deception. It starts small, Adam. It starts with towels and it ends with, I don't even know. A second family in Ohio. We get home. Apartment feels different. The air is heavy. Lindsay takes her shoes off, lines them up by the door. She takes her certificate. She puts it on the fridge with a magnet, right next to the grocery list. She doesn't put mine up. Mine is still in my pocket, crumbling. I'm going to take a shower, she says. I need to wash the lobby off me. She goes into the bathroom, locks the door. I hear the water start. I stand in the kitchen. I look at the Breach pitcher. It's empty. Usually I fill it immediately. Today I just stare at it. I feel paralyzed. My phone buzzes. Group chat. The squad. Lindsay, Brooke, Connor, some others. Brooke has posted a photo of Lindsay's result. So proud of this queen. Radical honesty looks good on you. Then, a separate text from Connor to me privately. Bro. Inconclusive. Legend. What are you hiding? Did you kill a guy? I text back. No. I just breathe wrong. Connor replies. Sure, man. Wink wink. Keep it safe. He thinks I'm cool now. This is the worst possible outcome. Sunday. We have to go to Lindsay's parents' house for dinner. Mandatory obligation. Yellow on the calendar. Her dad is a retired actuary. Her mom is a volunteer library board president. They love rules. They love clarity. We sit down at the table. Roast chicken. Potatoes. Green beans that are slightly too crunchy. So, her dad says. Brooke tells us you kids went to that truth thing. He cuts his chicken. Surgical precision. Lindsay, I heard you did well. No deception indicated, Lindsay says. She takes a sip of water. Very good, her mom says. Character is destiny, as they say. They look at me, silence stretches. The grandfather clock in the hall ticks. Tick, tock. And Adam, her dad asks, how did you fare? I swallow a potato whole. It burns my esophagus. It was inconclusive, I say. Her dad stops chewing. Her mom puts down her fork. Inconclusive? Her dad asks. Like, the machine broke? No, Lindsay says. She doesn't look at me. The machine worked fine. Adam used countermeasures. Countermeasures, her dad repeats. He tests the word like it's a bad wine. Like a spy? I was just breathing, I plead. I read an article. Why would you read an article on how to beat a lie detector if you have nothing to hide? Her mom asks. She asks it sweetly, like she's asking if I want more gravy. But her eyes are sharks. I get anxious, I say. I have performance anxiety, her dad grunts. An innocent man doesn't need to perform, Adam. An innocent man just is. Dinner continues in silence. I can feel them judging me. They're wondering if I'm a con artist, wondering if I'm waiting for the lease to end to rob them. I offer to do the dishes. No, her mom says. You sit. We don't want you to. Strain yourself. She thinks I'm a criminal mastermind. Monday. Work is a disaster. I'm distracted. I'm trying to text Lindsay. She's responding with one-word answers. Okay, fine, sure. I have a project for a big dental chain. They need a banner for their new office. New smiles start here. I'm approving the proof from the printer. My phone rings. It's the polygraph company. I've been trying to call them to get a refund or a retest or a letter saying I'm not a liar. Hello, this is customer success, a guy says. He sounds high. Yeah, I came in Saturday. My result was inconclusive. I want to dispute it. Sorry, bro, the waiver says. Results are final. But your guy said I was using countermeasures. I wasn't. Machine doesn't lie, bro. The machine is a laptop from 2014, I yell. People in the office look at me. My boss walks by. He frowns. Adam, keep it down. I turn back to the computer. I click approve on the banner proof. I don't look at it closely. I just want to get off the phone. Look, I want a manager, I say to the phone. Manager's in an alignment meeting, the guy says. Of course he is, I say. I hang up. Tuesday. I come home. There's a suitcase in the hallway. My heart stops. Is this it? Is she leaving? Lindsay is in the kitchen. She's making tea. What's the suitcase, I ask. I'm going to Brooks for a few days, she says. She says, why? I need space, she says. I need to process. Process what? That I'm bad at breathing? That you felt the need to manipulate a situation that should have been simple, she says. It speaks to a deeper issue. Adam. Control. Trust. If you try to game a game, what do you do with real life? This is real life, I say. No, this is a relationship, she says. And right now, the data is bad. She picks up her bag. I'm not breaking up with you. Yet. I just need to recalibrate. She leaves. The door clicks shut. I am alone in the apartment. It's too quiet. I see her toothbrush in the holder. It's pink. Mine is blue. They're not touching. I walk into the living room. I see the certificate on the fridge. No deception indicated. It mocks me. My boss calls me into his office. He looks tired. He's holding a printout. It's the dental banner, the one I approved. Adam, he says, did you look at this? Yeah, sure, I say. Look closer. I look. New smells start here. Smiles. Smells. I missed the typo. Autocorrect or the designer messed up. And I approved it. They printed 4 of these, my boss says. They're 50 feet long. The client is furious. They're a dentist, Adam. They don't want people thinking about smells. I can fix it, I say. I'll call the printer. You're distracted, he says. Is everything okay at home? Yeah, fine, I lie. Inconclusive, my brain whispers. Take the rest of the day, he says. Get your head straight. Don't come back until you can focus. I leave work at 11 a.m. I have nowhere to go. I don't want to go home to the empty apartment. I drive to the polygraph place. I storm into the lobby. Brooke is there. What is she doing here? She's talking to Zachary. They're laughing. She sees me. She stops laughing. Adam, she says. This is a safe space. You can't just barge in. I want a retest, I say to Zachary. I'll pay double. Hook me up. I won't breathe. I'll hold my breath until I pass out. Zachary crosses his arms. We don't do walk-ins, Chief. And we don't retest inconclusive subjects without a cooling-off period. How long is the cooling-off period? 6 months, he says. 6 months? My lease is up in 4. Sounds like a personal problem, Zachary says. Brooke steps forward. Adam, this is exactly what I mean. You're trying to force the outcome. You're not sitting with the discomfort. I am sitting in a lot of discomfort, Brooke. My girlfriend moved out because of this thumb with a laptop. Zachary bristles. Watch it, pal. I'm leaving, I say. Tell Lindsay I fixed the banner. What banner? Brooke asks. Never mind. Thursday. I'm sleeping on the couch because the bed feels too big. Trash is piling up. Takeout boxes. I'm eating cold pizza for breakfast. Phone rings. It's the landlord. Hey Adam, just calling about the renewal. Sent the papers over last week. Haven't heard back from Lindsay. Is she around? She's busy, I say. Work stuff. Okay, well, I need both signatures by Friday, or I have to list the unit. Market's hot, you know. Yeah, I say. I know. I hang up. I have 24 hours to get Lindsay to sign a lease. Or we're homeless. Separately homeless. I text Lindsay. Landlord needs signature by tomorrow. Can I come by Brooks? 3 dots appear. Disappear. Appear again. Meet me at the diner, she says, the one on Main. 6 p.m., I shower, I shave. I put on a clean shirt, I look in the mirror. I look like a guy who is trying to look like he's not falling apart. I drive to the diner. Lindsay is in a booth. She has a folder, she has a pen, she has the calendar planner open. She looks tired. Her hair is in a messy bun. Not a cute messy bun. I haven't washed this in 3 days. Messy bun. I sit down. Hey, I say. Hey, she says. She pushes the folder across the table. I signed my part, she says. My heart lifts. You did? Yeah, she says. I'm not throwing away 3 years over a stupid test. Oh, thank God, I say. I reach for the pen. But, she says. I freeze. We need new rules. No more secrets. No more trying to manage my feelings. No more Googling how to handle me. If you're scared, you say you're scared. If you hate Brooke, you say you hate Brooke. I look at her. This is the test. The real test. I hate Brooke, I say. I hate her therapy voice. I hate her vibe. I think she's actively trying to sabotage us because she's miserable. Lindsay blinks. She takes a sip of her coffee. She almost smiles. I know, she says. She's a lot, but she's my friend. I know, I say, and I respect that. But I hate her. Lindsay nods. Okay, she says. That's a start. That's data I can work with. I sign the lease. The waitress comes over. Can I get you guys anything? Just the check, I say. Wait, Lindsay says. Do you want fries? I always want fries, I say. But I thought we were leaving. We can stay for fries, she says. We eat fries. It's awkward, but it's a shared awkwardness. Are you coming home tonight? I ask. She looks at the calendar. Yellow highlighter. I promised Brooke I'd stay until Saturday. She's planning a release ceremony for me. I have to burn a piece of paper that represents my doubt. I laugh. Are you going to burn the certificate? Hell no, she says. That goes in the scrapbook. I'm going to burn a napkin. Friday. I drop the lease off at the landlord's office. I feel lighter, but not fixed. I go to work. Boss calls me in. We fixed the banner, he says. Client is happy, but I'm docking the reprint cost from your bonus. Fair, I say. Totally fair. I get back to my desk. I open my drawer. The envelope is there. Inconclusive. I look at it. I should throw it away, but I don't. I fold it up. Small, tiny square. I put it in my wallet, behind my driver's license. A reminder. Don't breathe wrong. Don't think too much. Just answer the question. 5 p.m. I'm packing a bag. Weekend install in Jersey. Have to supervise the new banner going up. Make sure they didn't spell it smells again. Apartment is quiet. Lindsay is still at Brooks. I write a note on a post-it. I didn't use the guest towel. Stick it to the mirror. Grab my keys. Walk out the door. Elevator is broken. Have to take the stairs. 6 flights down. My phone buzzes. Text from Lindsay. Brooke says burning the napkin didn't work. She wants to sage you when you get back. I stop on the landing. I type back. Tell her I'm allergic to sage. Is that true? She asks. I stare at the screen. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. No. I type. But I'm not doing it. Send. She hearts the message. I keep walking down. Suitcase bumping against my leg. Rhythm of the steps. Thud. 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 Outside the air is cold. Smells like rain and exhaust. I get in my car. Throw the bag in the back. Turn the key. Radio comes on. It's that same song. Who Let the Dogs Out? I let it play. Drive off toward the turnpike. Life is inconclusive, and that's gonna have to be okay.